Hello, darlings, and welcome to Digimon Ghost Gays. This is the podcast that slumbers dead dreaming in Ralea, or however that goes. I thought about looking it up and then I didn't. I'm Emery, my pronouns are they, she, he.
I'm Morg, my pronouns are... Sorry, my pronouns are they, he, and my voice just got overtaken by an octopus for a second, so I couldn't talk there. I think it's still crawling around my room. It just popped out of my mouth, and I might die in the middle of this.
Rip.
Wow. Rip. I'm Elvire. My pronouns are they, she, he. And I got to play Soccer for Love, or whatever was it. What is it called again?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'm correct. So I watched this episode and said, I've seen this before.
Hell yeah. Man, I really want to play Sucker for Love, only it's not on Mac.
That is a tragedy.
So I guess I'll die, or figure out how to make boot camp work and probably spend $100 on a license for Windows 11 or whatever, which I don't want to do.
My laptop cannot run Windows 11.
Oh no.
It's not even that old. It was just cheap.
Boy, oh boy.
It's fine. We'll keep running it until it dies.
Yeah, that's what you do with laptops.
Mm-hmm.
You never upgrade them, never replace a part. You just run them into the ground.
Yeah,
that's how you do it.
Once they start smoking, you throw them out like you're an angry parent.
Yeah. Once they start smoking, you make them smoke a whole carton, by which I mean you fucking overclock them just for fun.
No! That poor computer.
Anyway, this is a funny episode about Cthulhu. We got another Cthulhu, boys.
Hell yeah. Episode 64, The Call.
This is more along the lines of what I was thinking a Cthulhu episode would be. When people turn into fucking fish people.
Yeah.
Yeah, they heard you, they took notes, and they gave you what you wanted.
I guess they did. Is this what I wanted? I guess it is.
Prove that they listened to this podcast.
Oh no, don't listen to us.
Yeah, they listen to this podcast and turn around new Cthulhu episodes in a week.
That's how animation works, right?
There's no way they could listen to this podcast because they made Hokuto come back and not be evil.
Oh, God. I keep forgetting about that.
Spoilers for the end of this episode, I guess, but...
Spoilers. Before you listen to this episode, watch the episode.
Hey, listen, I've definitely listened to podcasts where I haven't seen the thing, so...
Yeah, but then I intend to, never watch the thing, to be honest.
Yeah.
I will never watch a Doctor Who episode again, and I'm very happy about that.
You're so valid.
That's so valid. So this episode starts on a ship.
Yeah, no, more importantly, this episode starts off and I'm completely confused because it doesn't explain to me that we're in the near future or what hologram ghosts are or anything like that. So I'm just kind of going in with no context. I'm completely lost.
I did not even clock that because I've definitely just been it's just background noise now that they're talking about the holograms.
I don't pay attention when they do. That's when I'm still setting up my entire thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does skip the little sort of series explainer thing that comes right after the theme song. So yeah, we're in it now. We're in the end game. They're assuming you've at least you've at least got the premise down, and now that we're in the final 4 episodes.
Bold of them to assume someone wouldn't just watch the final 4 episodes and be like, I've seen the entire season.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I don't think we've said it yet because the schedule only just got announced, but finally we know how long this series is. It's 67 episodes and we're on 64. So like we're coming in close. We're like fucking we're fucking we see the runway. We're coming in for a landing.
We gotta hope for 2 extra episodes or something so that we can have the funny number.
Yeah.
Other than that, yeah.
Unfortunately, we're not going to get to the funny number. If we wanted to, we could petition our fans for some fan fiction and just like skip 68, do our own funny little episode 69.
Oh my god, that's such a good idea.
Nice. But like, there's something. It almost feels like unplanned. Like, I kept feeling like when people were like, "Oh, we're in the end game now." I was like, "What? How?" Even though like we kept getting like hints of stuff happening, it's like it always felt like still very far away. Like,
yeah, not to like spoil too much, but like the episode this week, the episode we're going to be covering next, it definitely felt sort of rushed. It kind of felt like they were packing a lot into that one to the point where like I was like, I don't know, you could have just skipped the monster of the week. You could have just made it like a story focused episode and not like had everyone turn into flowers or whatever.
Yeah, that's kind of my thought.
Yeah. But this week's episode was very good, though. We should at some point discuss this week's episode.
Yeah, this one did kind of fucking whip. So we're on a boat, like the captain's
What's the boat called?
the SS Toei.
Yeah. It just made me
I think that's
laugh.
cute.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But like the captain is.
Damn, I wonder if it's by the same company that owns the Toei Hospital. Like, there's like just a background megacorp in this world, and no one is addressing it.
Maybe they made all the holograms.
Maybe.
Maybe they're just the ones causing all the problems.
Damn, it was the animation studio this whole time. I can't believe. Can't believe Toei Animation was the villain all along.
Damn, I knew it.
That'd be such a power move to make yourself the villain of your own series.
That'd be pretty sick, honestly.
That's the kind of thing I would do.
So there's like, it's very foggy, you know, got the atmosphere going on, and the captain is just like freaking out on the ground.
Yeah, just hiding in the wheelhouse as like fucking fists are pounding on the door trying to get in.
Very good horror movies vibes.
Yeah.
And then like the inside of the you know, wheelhouse just like starts fogging up and the captain gets a big headache and starts hearing chanting. So, you know, things are probably going to go great for this dude.
He does get a little migraine, though. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. It's just...
Hate to see it.
He didn't start hearing the voices till those digital marks showed up, the circles.
Yeah. So you know it's like a Digimon doing this and not just like regular Cthulhu.
Yeah, regular Cthulhu had to take a break. I guess it's a different creature, technically, but whatever. We'll get there.
Regular Cthulhu, like, taking a sabbatical from Twitter, like, you know, just, like, sort of taking a month to, like, refresh and you know, unplug for a while. You know, he's not gonna be, like, tweeting out in the old tongue for a little while. So this different Cthulhu is just gonna take over to fill in that niche and put funny voices in your head.
It's an important niche to have filled.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Why do you think Cthulhu has so many followers? People are into that shit.
I think it's more because people are into the tentacles.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you know what? That's it. That's probably it.
Yeah.
Damn, Cthulhu just keeps posting about, like... about, Cthulhu just keeps posting, like, their Cthulhu stuff about, being in Relaya and all that. They should just be posting thirst traps.
Is a Cthulhu thirst trap just a picture of the tentacles?
Yes.
His audience is so easy.
And so are the other old ones. Don't yell at us. We know it's a different old one. I know it. Who cares? They're all Cthulhu to me. Me making all the fans angry. They're all Cthulhu. That's their species.
Is it not?
No. It is now.
It is now. That's easier on my brain because, it's so hard to comprehend everything going on with Cthulhu. I should be allowed to simplify it.
So true. That's their whole thing. You can't comprehend them.
Yeah.
But there's, like, people waiting for the boat, I guess, and they're like, damn, they're usually here by now. Slackers. Fuck.
And it's a really cool scene because this man is talking and we get, like, ominous shots of the water and the boat, and it's like, I bet this is gonna go great for this man that is talking.
Yeah, so then, the ship shows up and, like, everyone is just kind of, like, standing ominously on the deck, just staring directly, at the people on the dock, and it's just extremely blank and dead-eyed, and, it's gonna be a fun little party with them.
Yeah, and we also see, the captain that we had seen at the beginning is now part of the blank stare people.
So then we cut to some boys. We see Hiro, Kotaro, and third friend, whose name I forget.
I also forgot their names, so I wrote Hiro and his two loser friends go fishing.
Yeah.
Hiro,
Kotaro is wearing his Women Want Me Fish Fear Me shirt and his Women Want Me Fish Fear Me trucker cap. He's talking about how fucking he's gonna fish and it's gonna get him ladies, and I'm like, dude.
It's three boys on a dock. There's no one else. Who is he gonna seduce? A mermaid? Cthulhu himself?
His other friend's name is Riku, I think.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, that's right.
And Riku is just like, I'm here to fish and get friends out of it. Not girls, any friends. I would like any friends at all.
Is any gender willing to talk to me?
Please just talk to me. And I'm like, you know what? That's much more valid than Kotaro.
Yeah.
Like,
we also see a beautiful sunrise.
Yeah, it's very pretty. This is a very pretty episode.
Yeah. And a really cute Gamamon. Oh, he's so excited about fishing, and he's gonna teach the others how to fish, and I love him so much.
He's so excited to teach them. I was like, oh, he's a big boy. He can teach them how to fish.
Yeah, it's nice. So the others are at the, like, Digimon meetup, talking about, the voice that everyone heard, like, telling them to, like, run and, like, flee the digital world and go through those portals. And it's like, yeah, we all heard this voice. We all, like, went through the gates. No one really knows what it is, though.
Yeah, they just told us to run and get away and stuff, and we did.
Yeah. Hiro is late. He's, like, not getting any texts or sending any texts because he has no signal, like, out in the middle of the ocean on, like, that fucking platform where they're fishing from.
Damn, what a surprise.
Because they're, like, doing some deep sea fishing. They're, like, they're out in the ocean zone.
No, we should be fair to Hiro. He very much intended to be back. His boat just didn't show up.
Yeah.
It's tragic to see that boats have the same problems that buses and trains have.
And me.
You
The
hate
same
to see
problems
it.
I have.
Damn, are you public transit because you're always late?
Good pickup line.
Yeah, because that's what I need in my life. Good pickup lines.
So Floramon is like telling them about... Floramon is just telling a funny, scary story about the fog that kills you.
Smiling the entire time.
Yeah.
But she's right.
By this point, I'm sure that Floramon knows like how much of a scaredy cat Kyoshiro is, and she's just having fun with it.
Oh, I love it.
We all love to fuck with him. Because they're all like, whoa, what if Hero is taken by the fog?
And Ruli's like, I'm gonna look this up, but she has a very bad connection.
The internet is slow.
We
what does this
hate
mean?
that.
Damn.
Meanwhile, Hiro and his friends manage to board a boat that has shown up. And Hiro gets on the boat despite the fact that he makes eye contact with a whole line of people staring at him.
It's like, oh, good, the boat is here. Shit, it's a scary boat. Oh no.
It is a genuine question that you have to ask yourself at that point. Do I get on the boat or do I stay out in sea? What's the less scary option here?
I was like, at a certain point, I feel like they should just be like, okay, hey guys, my friends. So Gamamon's not just a hologram. He can turn into a flying guy. Let's just leave.
Oh my god, yeah, they could have flown away. I didn't even realize that. God
But
damn
no.
it.
Yeah.
No.
He has to be secret. Secret.
No, we can't let Nomura know about the Digimon because he'll try to get one so that he can get girls with it, which is not what you should get Digimon for. You can date the Digimon themselves, Nomura. It's not that complicated.
Yeah,
Yeah, if they're into it.
Riku's like, you should probably be careful about dating Digimon.
Yeah.
You can run into lots of issues and almost die. Like me.
Yeah, they could evolve to be a gigantic, buff, sexy cat girl who wants to kill you.
That sounds... And then Nomura's like, that's fine. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Everything I ever wanted. But yeah, there's still some, like, issues about getting connection, and, like, Hiro tries to call Ruli, I think, but they're having trouble, and Kirishiro gets mad about him breaking curfew, and, you know, the usual.
Yeah,
And-
he's such a dorm leader. We cannot forget that.
And Jellymon is sitting on Kirishiro's head, just like how your octopus sits on your head.
I do put the octopus on my head. That is correct. I bought the perfect plush in case anyone here is not in our Discord. I bought an octopus plushie and I figured that I could balance it on top of my head. It also fits on my shoulders and I can balance it on my back. So I can just always have it with me.
Got your own Jellymon.
I have my own Jellymon. Correct.
She bullies you less, though.
He doesn't bully me, but I have my cat for that. You know who else gets bullied? It's Hiro and his loser friends, because they get attacked in the fog.
Before that, we do need to just establish that Espimon is eating some little snack.
True, important.
Oh yeah, those are
has
actually important
so-
later.
So
Yeah.
he gets these sour...
Sour plum snacks is what they're called.
I think if I translate that, how I would call that from Dutch, it would be a face puller, because it makes you pull a face.
Yeah, they're
He also makes a little face.
they're just warheads, basically.
Yeah, I assume
Yeah.
they're like warheads. Just like an absurdly sour candy
Yeah.
that wakes you up.
They're good. I agree with Espimon that you should eat those.
I have to be in the mood. But
Yeah, I would love to eat them more, but like they definitely do
they do hit.
make my mouth. Yeah, they definitely do fucking
They do
like
damage.
erode the lining of my mouth.
They do damage.
I love to eat like Sour Patch Kids and stuff, but they just, if I eat too many, it like my mouth hurts, and I'm like, this is bad. I think this is bad for me.
Yeah.
I think I'm dissolving my mouth. Not to be gross.
It's a shame about how you have to take physical damage from it, and I have a low health bar.
Me causing body horror on myself.
By eating a bit of candy.
Yeah.
But now Hero and his friends get bullied by the people on the ship. And by bullied, we mean, like, they're doing this, like, zombie shuffle towards them. The newest dance crave.
Yeah, and grabbing them.
Nomura and Riku just, like, get fucking grabbed. Like, they're being, like, held down by a bunch of adults.
Yeah!
That's not good.
They're, like, yelling about it, and they're, like, trapped, and Hero can't see shit because it's so foggy, and someone tries to come up behind him, too.
Yeah, but then Gamamon fucking headbutts the guy and Hero manages to get away. Like, yeah, like, throughout this entire episode, like, the fucking, the fog creates, like, a really good atmosphere. It really does a good job of, like, portraying that you really can't fucking see more than a few feet in front of you, and that's just, like, that's very effective.
I like that it's not, like we can still see.
It's so well done. This is such a good episode.
This one kind of whips.
Like, we can still see what's going on, like, pretty easily but, like, they can't because of the fog, you know? Like, it's, like, we can still, yeah. It's also, like, the chanting is really creepy, too, because Hero starts hearing the chanting, too. Like, and he's like, what the fuck is going on? Why is my head hurting?
So he tries. Why does my head hurt? You've been out in sea the entire day. That gives you migraines.
I guess so.
If you're me.
Oh.
If I stand in the wind too long, my low health bar runs out.
Oh no.
He tries to activate the digital world, but the best he can do is a digital bubble.
Yeah, this is new.
He is a hamster in one of them bubbles.
This is a new, like, form of the pseudo-digital world. It's like...
Yeah, it only goes out for a few feet and then just, like, stops expanding.
Because it cannot compete with the fog.
But it's, like, enough for Hero and Gamamon to not have head-hurty disease, so they're okay, but their friends sure aren't.
Mm-hmm.
And also, we see, like, shapes in the mist or in the fog keep following Hero.
They're, like, trying to come towards him, and he's, like, running away. There's not much place to run, because it's a goddamn boat, though. So, he does have to just, like, jump off of, not the boat fully, but, like, he jumps off of, like, a bridge or something onto another lower part of the ship. I thought he
jumps, like, he just kind of has to yeet himself onto a lower deck. Take a bit of fall damage.
Yeah, wow, there's a lot of damage taking in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the fog, like, spreads to the city, and we start to see, like, not just the spreading fog, but the people are spreading with it, like, they're going with it. And some of these people we've only seen on, like, boats previously. It's like they're coming from the fog.
Yeah, and we hear people screaming, so we can assume they're expanding.
And, like, the other kids are like, what the fuck is up with this fog? It's leaking into my rooms and stuff. It's just, like, everywhere. And,
yeah. Kyosho's precious dorm is under attack.
His dorm, no! All his dorm students are being, like, They look like they're being eaten when I first see them. I'm like, are they getting eaten by the fish people? What's going on?
They're not fish.
They're not, you're right. I'm sorry, I skipped ahead. They're not. They're... Sorry, I didn't mean to spoil it. They just have glowing eyes. It's kind of cool, though.
Yeah. And Kirsho is also forced to activate his digital bubble.
Because he's getting chased down by his fellow dorm members.
Fucked up.
Including Kotaro and Riku.
Yeah, who were
previously on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
And Kotaro is actually talking.
And I do want to just point out that, like, in this scene, like, they're in a stairwell, and Kyoshiro, like, activates the pseudo-digital world, and, like, you know, where, like, the little bubble is like, overlapping with the walls and the floor, you just see, like, little circles of, like, you know, Kyoshiro's, like, pseudo-digital world, which is, like, sort of the neon-esque city, and it's like, oh, cool. Oh, this looks really sick.
That is cool.
It's such a good episode.
They blew all their budget on this episode.
Yeah, that's why the next one sucks. Goto's going on about, like, okay, I got it. You'll understand eventually. And it's like...
They say it in unison. It's, like, more crazy. They, like, say it in, like, unison, I think.
Yeah.
Somehow Kotaro is saying even... more heinous shit than before he got brainwashed.
So true.
Is he, though?
No.
Is he, though? Correct. No, this is actually an improvement. They should have let Cthulhu have him.
Thankfully for Kirishiro, who had been chased to the rooftop, thankfully, Ruli comes down, flying on Airdramon, saves his ass.
Mm-hmm. Airdramon is like, okay, I'll let you ride my back once, because this is an emergency. He still hates Jellymon so much.
I love it.
It's so funny that they had to remind us of that as well. Like, oh no, this is a plot hole. Jellymon is on Airdramon.
It's fine. It's special circumstances.
And Ruli finally received all of Hiro's messages. So she knows that he's somewhere on a boat with creepy fog.
They, like, fly above the fog, so they don't need the pseudo-digital bubble at the moment. But...
Which means they get to hear the voice say, return.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
but then fog starts to recede anyway, like, and it is, like, sort of receding towards the direction of the ocean, and, like, the people are going along with it. Like, everyone's going towards the beach, there's gonna be a big party, they're gonna play some volleyball, like, maybe start a bonfire.
Yeah, great time.
It's gonna be this is a beach episode, let's go.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's about time.
What a great beach episode this is.
Last beach episode we had was the one with Kotemon.
And that one was
way back in episode 14.
That one was kind of sad because it was still like Gamamon being like, Pokemon on a journey, yeah? So I'd rather have a scary beach episode because at least that fits with the tone of this shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're all returning. They're all carrying.
Everyone's taken off their shoes. They're going for a swim, by which I mean they're just sort of walking vacantly towards the ocean.
And then we get the body horror.
Nomura grows gills.
That's so good. It's such the transformation takes a little bit, and I love that.
Yeah,
his fucking head pops off of his shoulders, his neck extends by like 3 feet, his head is just like twisting around as like the fucking meticulously animated gills appear. They kind of went all out on this one.
Yeah.
And his face turns into a fish face.
And then his neck retracts, so there was absolutely no reason to elongate it except to show off the gills. And I love that.
Yeah, they really didn't need to.
But we gotta, like, I feel like without the fucked up gill stuff, it would almost be, like, funny. And it still is kind of funny, but, like, the growth of the gills just, and everything just makes it, like, more, like, body horror than, like, funny. Oh, his eyes...
They also get, like, webbed feet and hands.
And, like, bulging
Long
fish
nails.
eyes, and it's, like, pretty gruesome. But also extremely funny at the same time.
And they start going in the water because they are now water-approved.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no lifeguard on duty right now, so you gotta turn into a fish person for safety.
Call of Cthulhu. But they see a big fuck off shape in the mist.
It's fucking big.
Big huge.
Yeah, like the sense of scale is like really good on this. It is really just they do a good job of showing it as like something kind of like bigger than you can really wrap your head around, you know?
It's actually Dagomon based on Dagon. I don't know that much other than he's a different great old one and he's bigger. That's kind of all that I know. But he's Cthulhu.
Yeah.
And he's scary, and his head's glowing, and it's fucked up.
Yeah. Also, like, this is definitely a callback to the Cthulhu episode of 02, because, like, in that episode, like, we get just, like, silhouette of Dagomon just, like, sort of, like, looming in the background in a couple of shots. This one is like, oh no, what if you had to fight that big guy? It almost kind of feels like it's, like, sort of, like, delivering on that promise of, like, Dagomon as like a villain.
Yeah.
Beyond just, like, lurking elder god in the background.
Yeah, like, but it's still, like, obscured, and, like, it's just, that's, like, part of it, too. Like, it's part of its abilities. Because, is this when they try to attack it now? Oh, no, this is when Hero gets, like, pointed out as a non-fish person.
Yeah, they say eliminate, and Hero's like, oh, that sounds bad.
And then presumably just, like, Gamamon kicks all their asses because, like, in the next shot, there's just a bunch of people unconscious on the deck, and Kenno Weissmon is, like, fighting the big silhouette.
This is what I was thinking of when he was trying to, like, fight the silhouette, but he just, like, comes back. And...
Yeah, it's like his attacks go right through.
Yeah.
And I think Ruli sees it happen in the distance.
Yeah, Ruli sees, like, a glowing, and I think it might be the Dragonia shots. It's something that they see, but, like, I think they kind of realize, like, Hero's nearby, and when the Dragonia doesn't end up hitting, something comes out of Dagomon that hits Kana Weissmon, and, like,
yeah.
It makes
again, like the scale of it makes it like very hard to tell like what this actually is. It just looks like a big gigantic pillar that is like zooming towards him.
Yeah, with like a spear, like a giant spear on the
Yeah, we find out later that it's a trident. But yeah, you cannot tell like what it is just because of like the fucking scale of it.
Not sure I even knew it was a trident. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense, actually.
Yeah, later we see that it's a trident.
Like, and then he has, like, a glowing cut on his chest, and I was like, oh, is he dying? Like, I was, like, kind of nervous for a second. I was like...
I do think it is adorable that the cuts stay open and are sparkly pink. I think that's a choice that they've made, and I respect that a lot.
Right, but I thought, like, the way it, like, appeared, I was like, is this, like, are they gonna, like, try to show them like starting to like die or something. I mean, I knew they weren't going to actually die.
I thought it meant that the data was corrupted. That's how I interpreted it.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Well, I mean, that's kind of what I understand now, but like during the episode, I was like, what are they doing? Why are they cutting them open right now? Fucked up.
Yeah. Fucked up, true. Hero nearly plummets to his death as well.
Yes. Yes. And,
But Espimon shows up just in the nick of time, and I forget what his evolution is called.
Hover Espimon.
Hover Espimon. Which has a big ass that you can sit on.
yeah.
He really is just shaped like how certain weebs would describe the perfect anime girl. That like
Okay, elaborate.
Yeah, no, he has a big ass and he has very pronounced nipples. And I will not elaborate any further than that.
Yeah, no, I think that's enough elaboration. I think you made your point.
Sorry, sometimes I get thoughts in my head and I say it out loud. And that's just a shame for everyone involved.
Hover Espimon body pillow.
You could bounce a nickel off that ass.
It would just make a clunk, actually. Clunk.
Let's move on before I say more cursed shit.
But yeah, so, and then the other kids are on Air Dramon, and the fucking Thetismon and Lemormon are, like, trying to attack at the same time. But, like, Thetismon's, like, attack goes through and seems to just, like, hit Lemormon in the face. Coming back. And she's like, what happened? I didn't do that.
I shouldn't laugh, but it's a little funny.
It is kind of funny. She's like, I didn't do it.
This is what happens when you let geometry non-Euclidean. Anyway.
I had to remember what that was.
So true.
I think this is... someone yells that they just want to make... That his main goal is just to make underlings, that there's no plot.
Yeah.
There's no point in talking to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, Lemormon and Thetismon, they get poked by the big spear. They got, the glowing, sparkly unicorn gashes in their bodies. And then they start hallucinating. They hallucinate that, like, the fog is gone and we got, like, a bright, clear sky in the middle of the day. Also, their wounds are just, like, growing tentacles that are starting to crush them.
Yeah, that's one hell of a scene.
And, everyone's, all the kids are just, like, looking on from above, being like, hey, are y'all hallucinating? And it's like, no, it's dangerous, get back.
No, we're growing tentacles. And it's like, they don't see any tentacles. They're like, what are you talking about?
They are having world's worst trip.
It's, like, funny to see it from the kid's side, because you just see Canavismon, like, shaking his head for no reason, and... I think Hover Espimon, like, kind of understands they're in a weird fucking dream.
Hover Espimon goes into cool guy mode. He, like, puts down his funny visor and is like, oh, I can wake them up. And he fucking takes out the pack of sour candy. And then he literally rolls a critical success. Can we talk about that?
I think this is genuinely, like, done because Call of Cthulhu is a fun game.
Yeah.
I think that's the only reason we see these dice. I was, like, looking for them to become plot relevant, but they didn't.
Yeah. We see someone roll a D100 and get a 1, which in Call of Cthulhu is a critical success. And I'm pretty sure, like, I mean, on one hand, they could be doing like a Terry Pratchett thing where, like, oh, you know, there is some sort of like cosmic force, like, you know, like playing these people's lives like a game, or it could literally just might be a COC reference.
I think it might be a COC, because someone in the Discord mentioned that like Call of Cthulhu is like fairly popular in Japan as far as like tabletop games go. I mean, it's fairly popular here too, but
which I get. It's a fun game. I've played it. I should play it with people that are actually fun, though.
Isn't that always the fucking case?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want your body horror to happen in a safe space, right?
True.
Canon Weisman reacts to the sour candy because Espimon threw the entire package. He didn't give him one. He gave him the entire package. I would die if that were me. My face would implode.
Also, he rolled a critical success to do it, so not only is Kenno Weissman pulled out of the illusion, he fucking shoots a big fireball in the air that disperses all the fog. It's just like the GM being like, ah shit, you rolled so good on your candy delivery roll that I guess I have to deal a major blow against the antagonist.
Yeah, and we see the Dagomon outline disappear, so this was fake as well. It wasn't actually there. It was a lie. We got stood up by Cthulhu. That's such a shame.
Rip.
But he is public transit, so he just arrives late.
Yeah, he was just underwater.
Yeah. He's a bit mad about the fog.
It's like, my fog is gone!
Yeah, so that's the reason the attacks weren't hitting him before, because, like, he was actually just, like, underwater the whole time and just, like, popping out to poke with the trident.
I imagine he was giggling the entire time about his scheme.
Certainly, of course.
Seeing him, like, without the, the shadow, it's, like, it's funny. Like, it's just, like... But it does, like, turn from, like, one color to, like, a darker color. And I didn't even realize at first that was significant until the next episode. I was like, oh, he's not supposed to go dark like that. Even though it literally...
I also didn't know that.
It literally, like, does the thing where he turns dark, and then they show and zoom in on, like, the little black patch on Kenno Weissman's, like, back. But I just did not, like, understand that to being a thing that is plot important till
I only now realize that them turning black is what's happening to Gavamon. I hadn't clocked that. I thought he was just slowly turning into Kulus.
Me too. I thought that is what...
Now that you're saying it, I'm like, oh, it's the same corruption. Oh my god.
Not exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like, those two things aren't necessarily unrelated. Like, important, like, something I noticed is that, like, all the, like, black corruption that we see in the next episode, and, like, also in this episode, where, like, we see... we see Dagomon turn black. Like, they also have, like, the bright magenta highlights that Gulus Gamamon has. So, like, just going by pure color scheme, I have to assume that they're related.
Yeah, I don't think Gamamon is turning evil, like, evil himself. But, like, Gulus is coming out and turning other people evil is kind of the implication I got. But also... the next episode makes that a little bit more confusing, but that's fine. We'll get there when we get there. It's not unrelated, but I don't know how related it is yet, I guess, is my conclusion.
I am not a critical thinker. I watch anime and say, wow, that's cool. And then at the end, like 3 seconds before we get the big reveal, I'll be like, oh my god, I figured it out. And I'm going to feel good about it.
Wow, cool Digimon.
Wow, cool Digimon. This cool Digimon does a little shockwave from his head.
Turns them all, like, into baby Digimon. Well, turns them into kid.
Shockwave that turns you baby. Except for, Canonwisemon.
No, it's not necessary. It's not that. It's that, like, Lemormon and Thetismon's evolution timers run out.
Which is weird, because they haven't been evolved as long as Canonwisemon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I guess their bond is just stronger.
Yeah. Kind of unclear how the rules of the evolution timer work. Yeah, it's probably just like, probably literally just a plot device that works however they need it to.
It is very plot devicey. But we needed him to be Canonwisemon because he needs to evolve some more.
Yeah. Yeah, so at the very last second, as Canonwisemon's timer is running out, like, he evolves to Siriusmon, which apparently resets the timer.
How convenient.
How convenient.
They get into a fight. I wrote down none of the details, except that at a certain point, Dagomon throws his trident, and it gets thrown back at him. And I think that's super cool.
Yeah, that's pretty much the entire fight. Like, Dagomon throws the trident, like, fucking Siriusmon hits it with a beam, and then that's it. Fight over.
It's turnabout is fair. Dagomon's been doing this to them the entire time. Mm-hmm. So now Siriusmon gets to do that back.
Yeah. And then Dagomon falls over, and it's like, oh, is that it? Is the fight over? And then Dagomon turns just, like, into a fucking mass of writhing tentacles that fucking just expand out towards the shore.
And it's some cool shit.
It's some cool shit.
Amazing.
Yeah, but, like...
It's some hot girl shit.
It's some hot girl shit.
It is hot girl shit, but, like, it almost hits, like, Hero, and then suddenly, like, a force field almost comes out, and, they see, like, 3 buoys around, Dagomon, and, like, a gate comes out and sucks him down into the game.
Yeah, so what I need to know is, like, did Cthulhu make this barrier, or did Blacktailmon? Is Blacktailmon just, like, low-key insanely powerful?
I assumed Blacktailmon did that.
I also assumed it was Blacktailmon.
Yeah, because, Blacktailmon shows up, Cthulhu is giving them a ride, and then like, a big gate forms, and Dagomon, like, just gets sucked through it.
Yeah. And everyone gets saved from the sea. It's a happy ending for this episode.
Yeah. Because Cthulhu and their little Hongumon buddies, like, rescued everyone from drowning.
And that's the end of the episode. We don't need to
That's the end of the episode. Yeah.
Wrong.
Oh. Yeah.
No, we can't. The episode can't end now because we need to talk about the most important character in the series showing up. It's Terriermon Joshu.
Oh, it's so
it's Terriermon, and he's wearing a little lab coat. Oh,
wearing a little lab coat. It's adorable.
He's a little smart guy. He's a little professor.
He's so cute.
He is a cute little professor. He's adorable.
Oh, the coat's too big for him, and the sleeves are hanging off the end of his arms. It's all floppy.
He is perfect.
I love him.
A hardworking Terriermon.
Oh, also some shitty fucking guy is here.
Yeah.
Some asshole showed up too.
Yeah.
Do we
It's
have
Hokuto.
Yeah. Hokuto is here. It's fine.
And he's all smiling and shit, and it's like, oh my god, Hokuto, please shut the fuck up.
Hokuto.
Yeah, so those two just pop in through a gate.
A different gate than the one that...
Different gate. They didn't come from the tentacles. And Hokuto shows up and the entire internet just fails, and that's his fault. Because he just showed up.
Yeah, I think it is his fault.
And the world went to shit.
Cause and Goromon gives the line, an unexpected counter is a surprise, but a good what? And then he gets cut off. We see someone using a computer going, just being on the internet, and then the internet goes out, and then the power goes out, and we see a fucking view of the world from space, and the power goes out everywhere.
Yeah, and we see some Digimon trembling.
Literally, so many people just died.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we see a bunch of shots of Digimon from throughout the series, just a bunch of monsters of the week sort of staring ominously.
And Jellymon starts crying.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know. And I really felt that was really sad to watch, actually.
Yeah.
And then we see Mummymon, and he's just like, hey, where'd the digital world go? Why it disappear?
It made an actual shiver go down my spine. I was like, what happened?
Yeah.
And Goromon said it really beautifully when he was like, the warmth that was always so close is gone. It was like, what the... Mm-hmm. Oh, that's super sad, my man.
This is what it's like to be offline.
Yeah, I also say, oh no, the warmth of my life has disappeared when my internet runs out.
This is why you can never actually take a break from Twitter.
So true.
Wish I could do like Cthulhu and just clock out for a week and have somebody else fill up my specific niche that definitely needs to be filled up.
I say this as someone who deleted their Twitter years ago and never looked back.
You're so strong for that.
Yeah, but you're still on the internet, so...
True. I still gotta be on Discord, because that's where all my friends live.
Yeah.
And their little channels.
It's just ends on Mummymon being like, the digital world disappeared.
Where'd it go?
And...
Yeah, that's
crazy.
Yeah, it's the end of the episode, so, this is, we've really reached the cliffhanger set of episodes now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Cliffhanger City.
Yeah, this is the first one, first proper cliffhanger that we've had in the series. First one where it's like...
We kind of had one last time.
Yeah. First one where it's like, oh, this is gonna be just a continuing narrative, Yeah, so that's the episode. We're running a little long, so we just want to jump straight to plugs.
Yeah.
Alright, Elvir, where can we find you?
Yeah, as previously mentioned, you can find me on Twitter at Eruviru. That's the main one right now.
You can find me at Haunting the Morgue on Tumblr and Twitter. You can find me on my other podcasts, the Forward Ray Zero, a Ray Zero Watch podcast, and Sonic Shuffle, a random and holistic Sonic lore podcast. I don't know why I stumbled over that one. I guess the octopus in my room is still haunting me and making me nervous. I can't believe I haven't died yet.
I hope you survive. Maybe give him a little kiss on his forehead. That calms some octopuses down, I think.
I'm jotting that down.
Yeah, give them a little puzzle to play with. Ooh, they love those.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that is true. They do love their puzzles.
It's just weird it doesn't need water. It's just walking around. I don't know.
I'm Emery. I don't have any I don't have any cephalopods in my room, but I do have some nice kitties. You can find me on For Affinity with the username Space Robot. You can get in touch about commissions on Discord or at my email, spacerobotart@gmail.com. I'm also on a podcast called We Rate Queerbait, where we discuss all the fictional queer couples that should have been canon. I'm also on an upcoming audio drama pilot. Announcements. I don't know when announcements will officially happen, but sometime in the imminent future for sure. I'm very much looking forward to that. So you can find the podcast on Twitter at Ghost Gays, at Tumblr at DigimonGhostGays.tumblr.com. You can fucking find us on Discord. I'm gonna forgo like the usual Discord plug this week and just be like, hey, Elvira posted a cool picture of their octopus plush, and I posted like a really hot selfie for Frilly Fuck Friday. So that's fucking exclusive content.
So true.
Except that I did also post the selfie in HKIP Discord. So,
Well, 2 places.
But it was a really good selfie, and it should be shared in as many places as you can.
Thank you.
It was a good selfie. And there's more people in HKIP. But
yeah,
we should put more people in our Discord, so you should join it.
Yeah.
Yeah, join us now, and you will get a mysterious octopus that scuttles around your room and threatens you.
I cannot guarantee that.
All right, so this podcast is part of the Noisespace.xyz network. You can go to Noisespace.xyz and find all sorts of neat shows there. Yeah, we're running long, so I don't think we want to go any deeper than that on the plugs.
I need to sleep.
Yeah, Noisespace got some good shows. So until next time, all you poltergeists, ghouls, and non-boonaries,
Digimon
for the gays. Goodbye, darlings.
Bye.